Man, I've been driving down the wrong way. Oh my goodness. What the? That's right. We back, baby. Big city living, man. Road to riches, man. I've been driving down the wrong way street. I saw all of the warning signs, man. Was finally able to stop and get my bearings together. Good grief, man. What in the world happened, man? How you end up on the wrong way, man? It's all love. It's all love. That's all it is, man. Big city living, man. Road to Riches podcast. Let's get into this thing, man. That's right. Yeah. We back up out here, y'all. Back out on the road to riches. Man, I'm going to just be real, man. It's been a very interesting few months for me dealing with the transportation side of my life. Transportation specialist and, truck driving, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to just be real, man. Some of the confessions and some of the things I'm want to share on this podcast because I am documenting my journey. Just to be real, I took on a local job, so to speak, so I could, with the idea to be closer to my daughter, to be closer, to be at home more, that kind of a thing. And, it ended up not turning out the way that I wanted it to turn out, and a lot of times I think in life, we go down the wrong way street and, we avoid the signs that are right there. I mean, big old signs say the wrong way. And we're trying our best to, make it work anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or you might just be driving under the influence and don't even see the signs, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we talking about today, man. The wrong way. LeeKendrick, big city living, went down the wrong way, man. Let's get into it. Oh, my goodness. That's all right, though. I'm still big city living, baby. Still big city living, man. It's all gonna work out in my favor, man. I keep trying to tell y'all. Now, if you ain't subscribed, followed, and shared this thing, man, you need to be doing that right now, man. I done already told you, man. SFS, man. Subscribe, follow, and share this thing, man. See what we trying to do, man. All right, man. Y'all buckle up, baby. Let's get up into this thing, man. Big city living, man. Road to Riches podcast. Yeah. The wrong way, man. Yeah, so, I'm going to just be real, man. In life, I found out that, just by living my life, I've seen the wisdom of my life, and I start seeing the repetition of life, right? The repetition says, you're going to have, up peaks and valleys, you know what I mean? Peaks and valleys, man. And, the wisdom of having peaks and valleys is that they're coming, So if you think about it, the unexpected is coming. I don't care on what level, financial level, health, family, career, job, whatever the scenario is, that the peak and the valley is coming, man. So I'm not immune to being human, so I live in the same world as everybody else, you know what I mean? And when COVID hit, that was almost like the icing on the cake for me, man, because a couple of unexpectancies had happened in my life, even including my daughter being born, man. Like, that was an unexpected conception, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to throw my business out there a little bit. But it's all love. It's all beautiful. I mean, I was praying and wanting, desiring to be a father around that same time. So I wasn't shocked on that level, but at the same time, it just came at a time right when my career in trucking or transportation was becoming real shaky, But just to get back on the track, I was just coasting along, and then, like I said, man, everything just kind of went its own way. So overall, I'm always expecting peaks and I'm always expecting valleys in life, man. So here we are. Fast forward, my daughter's gonna be 18 months, coming up next month in February. So that's gonna be beautiful, man. A year and a half. And so to try to stick with my word and what I, created with my daughter's mother, I was like, man, let me start transitioning out of trucking, and let me, start doing some things more closer to the house, So that's where we began this story at. I took on a couple of different jobs, some temp jobs working locally. They wasn't paying as much, and came across this one company, man. And, there was so many red flags at the beginning, because when I applied for this company, it sounded too good to be true, to say the least. And so I actually applied for them back in September and was able to go through their hiring process. And I turned the job down because they wanted me to commit to something that I wasn't able to commit to, man. A lot of people don't know this, man, but I'm really not an early bird get the worm kind of thing, I live my life, man, probably starting at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I can go to about 2, 3 a.m. But starting my day at 4 a.m., oh my goodness, man, you talking about, that ain't gonna happen. Not under the current circumstances, you know what I'm saying? Not under that dynamic. Like that career choice, nah. Like if it was some film or some creative work, some creative endeavors, just to be real now, I can go 24/7. That's where my passion is. That's where my heart is, man. So that's a gem right there. Whatever your heart and passion is, your body, your mind, your spirit, everything will line up, man. You would stay up doing stuff that you love to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep telling y'all, man, I'm not a truck driver. I'm just a guy that drives trucks. We get the Patreon, I'm going to tell you. We get the Patreon, man. I describe the real saying to y'all, man. Those who heard some of the first episodes, they know the saying. I ain't no truck driver. I'm just that drive trucks. So, you fill in the blanks. But getting back on track, man, that gig that I signed up for, they wanted me to commit to a early AM schedule. And I knew that it was something that I definitely wasn't able to do. So I turned it down, and push come to shove, the opportunity came back around again. And this time I approached the scenario more empowered and requested that I work starting at 10 a.m. You know what I mean? So after I proposed this to the guy, the owner, he was down for it, and so we created around that, and I began, that whole scenario. But to tell the truth, the very first moment that I got to the job, and I know you guys are like, man, get to the point. This is just me building up to it, because the first moment that I got to the job, they wanted me to do a test run with another driver. The equipment, and when I say equipment, it's the trucks that they had us driving, were literally like on their last leg, man, and so that was the first red flag. And the entire time driving around that day, the guy that I was riding with, he just kept saying, like, these ain't the worst, the best trucks, and these ain't the worst trucks, And I'm like, he just kept saying that. And I'm like, man, you trying to sell me on this thing, man. But lo and behold, I found myself in a desperate scenario where I was like, man, I really want to be home more. I really want to be close to my daughter. I'm just going to swallow my pride. We're going to make it work, and we're going to do what we do. So, I get hired on, man, and we start rocking and rolling with this thing. And, instantly, hold on. Instantly, y'all, this is the wrong way. Like when you driving your car and you turn down a wrong way street, you're gonna instantly see signs that say the wrong way, and this is no difference, man. Once I started working with this company, like within the first 2 days, it was huge red flags, huge signs saying the wrong way. Do not enter the wrong way. All of that stuff was right there. So, sometimes we ignore these signs, man. Why do we ignore these signs when you see the thing saying the wrong way? Yeah, man. So, just getting back into it, man, I ignored the signs, man. I ignored all of the signs on this path, and I decided to keep driving. Now, of course, if you have any kind of driving experience and you've seen any driver driving the wrong way, you 9 times out of 10, something bad is going to happen or something unpleasant is going to happen. And so that's what we're going to talk about when we come back, man. We're going to take a break. I'm going to tell you guys what ended up happening and how I corrected the issue and what we got going on next, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. Big City Living, man. Road to Riches podcast. Hey guys, let me tell you about the Anchor app. For me, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Now, when I first started, I wanted to make podcasting super simple and easy. And Anchor does just that. Really in 3 easy steps: record, edit, distribute. All from your computer or like I do, from my iPhone. And the cool thing is it's absolutely free. Not only that, your podcast is automatically uploaded to some of the hottest platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, on and on. Listen, download the Anchor app now or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's right. That is right, man. Appreciate you guys listening. We're back. Gonna make this thing happen, man. The second segment. So yeah, welcome back, man. we talking about driving down the wrong way, man, the wrong way. However we're going to entitle this one. But just to recap, just sharing my experience with this at this point on my candid journey as a, transportation specialist, transitioning into this television film producers superstardom type of thing, man. Like we starting to see some real vibrations, at this point. So that's why, it's real important to start sharing the journey, man, because, this is it, so to speak. But, getting back, like I said, to recap, a lot of times we, end up on a wrong way street. Maybe we missed the sign, we was trying to drive with no directions. The GPS is like our general direction system, man. That's the game plan. That's the blueprint. Everybody should have a blueprint. We talked about this. And, sometimes when you're driving without a blueprint, you make the wrong turn and end up on a wrong way street. You know what I mean? And in my scenario, have a blueprint. Yeah, I actually have a blueprint, but sometimes, just to be authentic with everybody, sometimes when you're driving using your GPS, a lot of times you ignore the blueprint. You ignore the directions, and you say, man, you know what, bump that, man. I'm gonna take a shortcut. And then you end up thinking you know where you're going. You ended up on this wrong way street, man. And that's exactly what ended up happening. I took on a position that did not serve me and everything that I'm up to in life, man. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, to get back into that story, this particular company, man, really should be reported because the second or third night that I was with them, I had a major breakdown, like a real live breakdown on I-85 headed north, just north of Commerce, Georgia, man, where, it was a very crazy scenario that happened. And that was like a huge red flag. Matter of fact, I should have left that night because even with all of that going on, the management still was asking me to, put myself at risk to deliver this load, man. And I'm like, man, there's no consideration for my life, my safety, none of that. It's just, can you still deliver the load? And I'm like, man, I'm finna go home, man. I was like, man, I'm almost out of hours to be driving, and you still want me to try to make it? Like, bump all of that, man. So at the end of the day, man, I'm thinking like, I know this is the wrong way, but I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna ignore all of the signs, man. You know what I mean? And I kept driving on the wrong way street, man. So from the last couple of months driving with this company, it's just been a total disaster, man. Which is what would happen if you was driving, metaphorically, if you was driving in the wrong direction, man, in your car. You go down the wrong way street, it's just a matter of time until you crash, get pulled over, get a ticket. Something can happen negative when you do that. A lot of times you can get away on the wrong way street and get your bearings together and be able to turn back around. But in my case, I wanted to keep driving, So this last week, after ignoring the signs and definitely still driving, I show up to work and they have no equipment that's safe to drive. You know, one of the trucks that I drove one day, they called me up and said, hey man, we want you to go up to South Carolina with this other driver and pick up this truck. I picked the truck up and, you know, halfway back, the truck steering system is just all out of whack, man. So come to find out that whoever was driving the truck had the same issue and they refused to drive it any further, and they just left it at this truck stop, and they wanted me to go up there to get it, to bring it the rest of the way. And so I was caught in a crazy scenario, man. Right then and there, I should have quit. I should have gotten out of that truck, left it on the side of the road, and got a ride back to Atlanta some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? But of course, everybody want to get into trucking these days. Nobody is thinking. Everybody's like, oh, trucking. This is what the trucking industry is all about. And a lot of times, you know, people don't understand that these companies do not care about you, man. As a driver, you know, we're there. See, this is going off subject a little bit, man, but in trucking, most people who own trucking companies may not even understand that their biggest commodity, their biggest asset is the driver. Most people just think as them as drivers, as employees. It's like, oh yeah, just give me a driver, I'm gonna get a driver. But if you don't take care of your driver, your truck will not move, man. You see what I'm saying? Your truck will not move and you're gonna lose money, man. But you know, getting back on track, that was like the second or third red flag, second or third sign that I see to say the wrong way. You know what I mean? And so at this point in time, you know, this other contracting company had been hitting me up, you know, offering all types of incentives to come back out there, come out there and get that money, man. And I was like, well, nah, I'm gonna just persevere. I'm gonna make it happen. And that's the other thing, when you're driving on the wrong way and you see all of the signs that are telling you it's the wrong way, sometimes your pride tells you, man, I can make it. I'm gonna make it to the end of this wrong way street without nothing happening, man. You know, and I would just tell you, man, be cautious when you do that, because at the end of the day, that's what ended up happening with me. I still ignored all of the warning signs, kept driving with this company. And this particular week here, this is the last week of January the 28th to be exact. Twice this week, I show up to the job and it's these unsafe trucks. And I made a stance this week. I told the guy, I said, nah, I'm not driving any of those trucks, man. Like, all of those trucks should be out of commission. And I'm not putting my life at risk, you know, to make a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna do it, man. So the beautiful thing is he paid me for one day for going home, you know, coming up there, wasting my time. I don't know about his second day. I hadn't heard from the guy. So he's out of communication. But, you know, I will say this, man. As long as you're in communication with what's going on in your community, you're telling folks what's going on, your supporters, people in the industries, man, you know, they can help you create opportunities, man. You know, that's one thing that I see. You know, so you driving down the wrong way, you might want to pull over and tell somebody that you're lost, man. Hey, man, I'm lost, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I need some guidance in this thing, man. Yeah, man. I need some guidance. And so that second day that I showed up to work and I didn't work, you know, I just made a few phone calls and got some coaching, man. And was able to create a new possibility, man. You know, and you know, put me back on track with my life. You know, of this side of life to help fund and, you know, create some stability financially for myself as we pursue these goals, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the lesson right there, man. That's the lesson. That's the results. That's the you know, the solution, man. You find yourself on the wrong way street or the wrong way before you crash like I did, or I ain't gonna even say I crashed. I almost crashed a couple of times with this scenario, but just pull over, man, and ask for direction. You know, it may be a mentor, it may be a you know, some leader in your community. You know, you might have a coach. You know, I tell everybody, I always refer everybody to therapy and coaching, man. I need to jump in that therapy myself, you know. Because, see, those are the structures that you have in place, man. They're just like a GPS, man. You know, like if you was on the wrong way street and ignored your GPS, pull over, man. Get that Google Maps back out. Turn that Google Maps on, man. And be like, look, man, I'm trying to get to such and such. And it's going to say, the first thing it's going to say probably is, make a U-turn. Make a U-turn. You see what I'm saying? And that was all of in every conversation that I had with people, with my team, they all said the same thing. Make a U-turn. You know, get out of that situation, make a U-turn. Because if you're going the wrong way, you got to think about it. You got to get out of that situation by making a U-turn. Go back up to the main street, man. You see what I'm saying? So that was the direction that was presented to me, man. Stop, make a U-turn, get back up into this main street, and get back on track. You see what I'm saying? So that's it, y'all. Do you need to make a U-turn right now, man? Are you on a wrong way street? But anyway, y'all, we back out here on the road to riches, man. I'm back with a beautiful company, a company that has positioned me, you know, last 3-4 years to do some great things in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? And I foresee that this company will do the exact same thing moving forward, man. We just gotta balance it out with home time and all of that good stuff. But you know, we can definitely make that happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be back out here, and we finna make things happen, man. So y'all stay tuned, keep it locked. Big city living, man. Road to riches, man. Make that U-turn, man. Peace out.